Maybe the last time we see the Land Cruiser in stock form. Welcome to Dealership De La John. We are taking the pressed Tundra TRD Pro here with the wheels for the Land Cruiser up to Yota Mafia in preparation for the lift kit.
Oh, I miss having a bed step from the Platinum. They also barely fit in the back of this 5.5 foot bed. Oh, come on, bro.
Before we continue, we're gonna take a look at today's video sponsor, Carlinkit. So I've showcased their products in the past, but they have a new one right over here, and I have it conveniently plugged into the Tacoma. So what this little device is it allows your screens of your vehicles that have built-in Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. What it allows it to do is basically turn this whole screen into a tablet. So I have YouTube playing right now. The thing that is different about this guy is that if we look at the side of it over here, we have like a mini HDMI. We also have a USB-A on it. And then on this side here, we do have a spot for a micro SD card if you want to load it up with stuff, and also a SIM card slot. So what all those devices do is it allows this unit, let's say you have kiddos in the back of your Tacoma, right? Because it has so much space back there, and you have some TVs or something like that on the headrest. The HDMI out of this will allow them to do whatever you're viewing on the screen. Of course, while you're parked in a parking lot, not while you're driving, right guys? So it allows your screen to turn into basically a media unit. So I had YouTube going. So YouTube is able to play right here. If you guys missed the last video, that is where it's at. And two, with this, you have every single type of app that you would have in the Play Store. So you could go here to all apps. And then this is essentially a full Google unit. It's a full Google unit, so you can download things like Netflix, your Spotify's on here, actual Google if you want to go on the internet. And if you go over here too, you have the Play Store. The nice thing too is that I am connected to the Wi-Fi of my house, but let's say you're driving and you just want to have wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. This will allow you to do that. My particular truck already comes with wireless Android Auto, but if you press this auto kit right here, it is gonna automatically connect to my phone. So if you have this thing plugged into, let's say, an older generation Tacoma or an older generation 4Runner, it will effectively allow your phone to be wireless. So wireless CarPlay is now going through this box onto this device here. If we press car, we go back to this thing's operating system. And again, you just have all the stuff like you would on a normal Android tablet. And if you go into settings, you could change things like all the HDMI stuff, different type of style layouts and whatnot too, and just information for the car and system. And again, we have the nice little shortcut screen over here, which I like. If you go into the apps over here, again, you have the whole APK installer if you guys are into rooting a device. I don't even know if that's still a thing, but you can connect your phone via Bluetooth through this, but just a ton of apps throughout the system, which is pretty rad. So if you guys want to pick up a system like this, I will leave the link in the description for you guys. Now back to the video. So I figured since we're gonna be putting the lift kit and everything on the Land Cruiser soon, take this press vehicle, first time in a 3rd gen Tundra in a while, like about a month and a half or so. There's some things that I definitely don't miss about the 3rd gen, but then there's definitely other things that I do miss. So one thing about the 3rd gen that I've missed is the tech inside, you know, the digital screen, the bigger 14-inch screen over here, the heated, ventilated seats, CarPlay, just all the stuff that this truck has that I've kind of grown used to, I guess, when I've had my last couple of 3rd gens. We do have some stuff coming for the 2nd gen Tundra. I actually today, ESP Earl, he was on vacation in Destin and he had sent out an underseat storage for the Tundra. So like things like that, like this hybrid doesn't have the underseat storage, right? But we installed that on my Tundra and it's like, oh wow, now that this is in the Tundra, this is one less thing about this truck that my 3rd gen had that I missed. So like we're gonna be able to build that truck up to something that's, you know, really nice with all the kind of bits that the 3rd gen had. But I don't know, with the stuff just kind of coming stock with the 3rd gen like this, it's just nice. And this truck, it's 70 miles an hour. There's definitely more wind noise than there is on my 2nd gen, but it's not as bad as the 3rd gen Platinum that I had at all. Even when I put that truck back to stock, it's definitely not as bad. And that's even with these ginormous tow mirrors that this truck has. These things, I will probably never do a Tundra again with the tow mirrors. They're just such a blind spot, like especially like at roundabouts and stuff like that. I want to show you guys, but this tow mirror is in the way. Hold on, it's coming. Look at all these Hummers, EVs, right? They used to be, oh, they're so hard to get, sitting on the lot, bro. No one wants a Hummer. And one thing that I did not miss, 95 degrees outside. Granted, this truck does not have ceramic window tint, but my God, dude, the AC on this 3rd gen is no bueno. I guess I could turn the cooled seats on, right? Which my Tundra does not have. But man, ooh, that actually feels a little bit good. But man, I don't understand why the Tundra, and I'm not the only person to complain about this. This is all over the forums and everything too, but like this just AC system in this truck just does not get the coolest at all. All right, entering the freeway, enter fake V8 noise. It's not as punchy as the Tacoma, but as you rev this 6-cylinder out, same with the GX compared to the Land Cruiser, right? Land Cruiser has a bit more oomph in the beginning, but as you rev it out to go faster, that is where the horsepower kicks in. And the horsepower of this truck, man, and the GX and everything, this 6-cylinder, I enjoy it. I don't enjoy how it sounds like a fake V8. I've never been the fan of that, but it does drive pretty good. But what do you guys think of the Terra, man? Also with the machine polished, or the machine wheels that we're gonna be putting on the Land Cruiser, they look really freaking good against the Tundra for sure. It's actually growing on me. With the sun hitting on it right now, it kind of looks obviously a little bit more orangey red in this light, but then when it's completely dark outside, like overcast and almost nighttime, like dusk, it almost is like a dark burgundy, like a dark maroon. But pulling in the Yota Mafia, they got their TRD Pro over there on 35s, 4th gen 4Runner there. And then Ryan, they have a contract with Saab to build up these 4Runners and also Tacomas into like reconnaissance vehicles. And I think that this is their first Tacoma that they got, and it's almost wrapped like a quicksand color. That looks really good. So they get them completely stock, and then this is what Ryan turns them into right here. So all wrapped up. That one's probably getting like some sort of gull wing on the back, lift, roof rack, snorkel, front bumpers going on. This one's not even done yet. It needs to get a front bumper on it. And this is where the wheels and tires are gonna stay until the stuff comes in from Westcott. But we've got the Tundra ready to head home. They're working on this Tacoma here, and then they're working on this 4Runner XP package as well. Putting a roof rack on, some suspension right here, Yota Mafia. But let's go ahead, head on home. Making our way back to Destin. The bay looking a little upset. It is kind of windy outside. Yep, it's windy outside. Someone got their sailboat over there, that's for sure. So bay just looking a little bit choppy.